Hello everyone, this is Lucy05 and welcome to the Goldman Master Toy Review. And today's story looking at the 2011 release by Hasbro of the G.I. Joe of the San Diego Comic-Con International exclusive action figure review. And today's action figure review looking at Dreadnought Zarana, sister to Zartan. Now I got this straight from eBay, and surprisingly enough I got this only for $44 with free shipping. So this is rather cheap compared to getting it from an eBay seller from the US, because they would tend to add in $20 to $30 shipping, which is really expensive. However, for the Zarana figure here, the exclusive San Diego Comic-Con figure here has a variant version of this figure called a Cold Slither, and they cost at least in eBay $80 and above, which is really ridiculous with the pricing there. So I'm really content on getting this version of the classic Zarana rather than the Cold Slither there. Now let's take a look at the front portion of the packaging. Now you will notice the carded figure is also being packaged with this G.I. Joe blister packaging as well. In one corner here we have the San Diego Comic-Con sticker on one corner placed on this section here, very nice. Inside the packaging we have a nice artwork based on the classic artwork style of Zarana, very nice, and she's holding the rifle with the spinning blade there. Very detailed artwork, just like the old classic style. Here inside the plastic bubble we have the Zarana figure. On the right arm she's strapped with the rifle with the spinning blades. On the other side we have here a rifle with a large bayonet knife, and behind the figure is a base stand, nothing that special. Back portion of the packaging itself, top section, there is a image from a comic from the Marvel's G.I. Joe comic issue number 71. This is what is stated here as well, with the title Bailout, that was released in May 1988, as stated here. This is Zarana's first appearance, very nice. And at the bottom section of the packaging itself we have the profile card for Zarana. Top section there stated sister to Zartan, code name Zarana. You got a nicer image of Zarana there. File name classified. Primary military specialty intelligence. Secondary military specialty sabotage. Birthplace classified. In the roundup it stated Zarana is an astounding mimic and a quick study. She's also rude, tight-fisted, and generally mean. She needs only moments of observation before she can assume a subject's body language and voice characteristics down to the smallest detail. While her brother Zartan makes his impersonations work with exact physical resemblance, Zarana becomes her subject, going as far as trying to think like him or her. At the bottom, quote by Zarana, "I wish there were two of you, then I could knock your heads together and really get your attention." Quite interesting. Assuming that she's referring it to the Dreadnoughts, well, some of the Dreadnoughts there, because she always tend to knock their heads together. So without further ado, let's open up this packaging so we can molest the figure. Be right back. And we're back after doing the figure and the rest of the stuff out from the packaging. Now let's take a look at Zarana's accessories here, starting off with the base stand. Now it comes with a nice little base stand here. That's based on the 25th anniversary style of a Cobra base stand. You got a nice Cobra logo on the top with two pegs for the figure to stand on. Nameplate there stated as Zarana. And the back bottom section of the base stand itself stated at 2007 Hasbro made in China. Now Zarana here don't come with a lot of accessories, she only comes with 3. So let's take a look at one of the accessories here, which is a knife. Now we have here a gold knife, or at least a dull gold knife here, with no paint job at all, pure plastic material color, and totally new mold. Very nice. Got a nicer handle mold there, especially on the end tip of the handle itself, as you can see there. Very nice. The hilt of the knife itself is also quite nicely done. And this knife can be stored at Zarana's right-sided thigh because she actually has a knife sheath there. And she can only wield it on her left hand because due to the grip itself, the right hand is a bit too wide now. Then we look at something familiar. We have the Dreadnought weapon that came from the mold itself came from the 25th anniversary line, where most of the Dreadnoughts actually has this rifle. It's a black rifle with a bayonet large knife attached at the bottom. The knife is actually painted in silver paint job, but the entire rifle is not painted at all, just pure black plastic material color. And the mold is nothing new, so I don't have to go through much details onto it. But it does have a handle, magazine clip here, trigger just at the handle there, the stock, scope at the top, barrel, and of course this big knife. More like a can opener rather than a bayonet knife. Then we have Zarana's own weapon. This is a rifle with a spinning blade, just like her classic Zarana figure that came along with a similar weapon like this. Totally a new mold with no paint job at all because the entire rifle is made of a black plastic material color. Now on one side the mold is different for the blade itself, and on the other side the mold is also a little bit different. Very nice. Got a stock at the back, got a handle, and got the spinning blades. Very nicely done. And that's about it for all her accessories. Now let's take a look at Zarana's paint job. Now surprisingly enough, there's actually quite a number of paint job applied onto the figure's body. Of course there are some parts that's not really painted at all, but we'll go to that later. First things first, let's take a look at the arms there. Now the arms is actually, not counting the gloves, the arms is actually made of a flesh tone plastic material color. The only parts that's painted is the armor part, that is painted in pink. This brown straps has been painted in brown. However, the strap itself is painted a little bit of gold. The gloves itself is made of a black plastic material color, but the fingers is painted in dark brown. Very nice. Now the torso here is made of a flesh tone plastic material color, but the torn shirt is actually painted in pink, and we have a brown strap here. It's painted in brown, and the straps itself or the buckles are actually painted in gold. The entire head sculpt, the flesh tone skin is not painted of course, but the hair on one side is painted in orange, and the mohawk is painted with, I would say, a little bit yellow there, dull yellow for blonde. Now she actually wears heavy makeup. Eyelashes is also painted. Mascara on the eyes itself is also painted as well. Her pupils is also painted, so does the eyes, painted in white and black. The mascara is a little bit of grey mixture of a little bit of blue. Lipstick is also painted in pink. Very nice. And let's not forget her earrings is also painted in pink as well. Very nicely done. Really love the detailed paint job on the head. Now the lower torso, at the abdomen area, the flesh tone skin is of course not painted, but the crotch area is painted in very light grayish blue paint job. The belt is painted in dark brown. Now the lower section of the legs here, the thigh section, is also actually made of a very light blue paint job, but there's a bit of shading there to make it look like really faded jean color. Very nice. The straps is also painted in brown, dark brown, with the buckle painted in gold. Inside of the thigh is also painted in dark brown as well. However, the knife sheath is not painted at all, just pure dark brown plastic material color. On one side of the thigh, her jeans is torn. You get to see her, well, she's wearing another piece of pants there, or maybe it's pantyhose, which is all pink. Very nice. Knee pads there is actually painted in dark brown. And for the lower legs here, it's actually made the same material, plastic material color as the thighs, but they actually painted the boots black with a mixture of a little bit of I will say gray and blue, little light blue shading to make it look like it's quite worn out. Very nice. And the bottom section of the boots itself is made of a black plastic material color, but the top section of the boots is painted in dark brown. And also at the back portion here, the heel there's tiny little brown straps with, well, spurs painted in gold. Very nice. The paint job is absolutely gorgeous. It's quite detailed paint job, as expected for an exclusive figure. Nothing really disappointing with the paint job at all. No smudge, no missing paint. Well, of course, the flesh tone skin is not painted, but majority of the parts are quite nicely done with the paint job. The details are nice. Now, let's take a look at the figure's mold. Now, you already can guess that the entire figure for Zarana is all new mold. There is absolutely no reused parts. The head mold is absolutely gorgeous. As you can see, top of the head is a mohawk, and there's a lot of nice details for the hair itself. As you can see, some of the hair is also spiked up a little bit. Side of her hair is all thinned out. She also has earrings on each side of the ears itself. The face mold is actually quite detailed. Very nicely done. I really like the face. Now here comes the nice parts, like the torso here, her tattered torn shirt, which half of it at the back is exposed, and you got a strap there going on. Very nice. Very nice molding on the chest area. A lot of wrinkles, a lot of torn parts at the bottom. Each side of the shoulder, you have the armor parts. So similar armor parts you find on the Zarana's shoulder piece there, but a bit more smaller because, well, Zarana is a female figure. Inside of the arms itself, there's straps as well. Very nicely done. We have this really large gloves. Very nice. Her belt is also nicely molded, but the back portion of her butt is also quite shapely, very nicely done. Very sexy looking with pockets at the back. But what I really like is the mold on the abdomen area. As you can see, she is quite muscular on the abdomen area there, quite athletic. Very nice. She even has a little bit of navel there. Very nicely done. I really like this mold. Now the legs here, the thighs, you got the straps going on with the knife sheath, and even the knife sheath there, there's also small little straps surrounding the knife sheath itself. On one side of the thigh, it's all torn up, and it shows the pantyhose that she's wearing. Maybe she's wearing pantyhose, I don't know. It's pink. Very nice, all tattered and torn. Huge kneecaps. Knee pads actually, sorry. Lower section of the boots itself, there's smaller pouches. And she's wearing some sort of like cowboy boots as well at the bottom, because there's a tiny little bit of spur at the back. Very nice. I really love the mold. But again, being as an exclusive figure, it's really unjustifiable, because it's really expensive to get an exclusive figure that costs at least $50 and above. But still, this is a very nice figure. Let's take a look at the figure's articulation. Now the hand here is a little bit disappointing. It doesn't pivot up and down as much, or go side to side, but it can go 360 degrees. Torso, however, can move down, all the way back, even side to side, and turn 360 degrees. Very nice. Shoulder joints here can turn 360 degrees and lift the arms this high. Elbow joint bends this far, back, and turn 360 degrees. The entire wrist joint is the entire glove itself, so you can turn 360 degrees on that, but she doesn't equip with the new wrist articulation, so it's a little bit disappointing on that part. Hip joints there can move forward, straight, and to the sides. Double jointed knee that bends really that far. Very nicely done. However, the ankle joint is a little bit disappointing because it doesn't pivot upwards thanks to the molding on this section here, the dark brown straps here. You cannot pivot the ankle upwards because it's being hindered thanks to the molding itself. But you can pivot downwards and turn 360 degrees. Very nice. Now let's fully equip Zarana with the accessories itself. First we'll put this in. Perhaps we'll have her equipped with her own signature weapon. And maybe just to go all out, maybe she'll have another weapon built onto her hand. Very nice. Now to place her on the base stand. Very nicely done. Overall, the figure is rather great. It's really good. The paint job is absolutely detailed, and the mold itself is all new stuff and quite detailed stuff too, especially on that part of the abdomen area. But the rest of the parts is also absolutely delicious. So, is it worth the price? If you're willing to pay $15 for it, well, be expecting that it's just a Zarana figure, and she is, well, has a lot of nice detail molds there, and of course has a really nice paint job. It doesn't come with a lot of accessories, but that's okay. But $50 is just way too much for this figure. If you can find it below $50, then maybe, but it's still gonna cost you a lot anyway. And the figure is nice. So if I'm gonna give a rating on this, I say there is a bit of problem with this figure. It doesn't look exactly just like the classic vintage Zarana figure because she doesn't have a backpack or a side holster on the side there next to her boob, but she is very close to it and she is very well done. So if I'm going to give a rating on this, I say I'll give it a nice 10 out of 10 there. Yes, another 10 out of 10 for Zarana figure. I thank you all for watching. This is Lucy05 and I'm signing off.